Hey guys, before we get into the video, I did want to let you guys know, because this is the first time this has kind of happened while we've had a poll winner in progress. You know, at the time I had recorded 2.8, the episode you are watching here today, the Vampire Lestat had officially kicked off. So lining up perfectly, like exactly perfectly with our Patreon timetables and everything, so that the next week, the following week, once I wrap this up, I could watch the first episode of the Vampire Lestat as I continued to edit the stuff that came out on YouTube. It just synced up weirdly perfectly. What I ended up doing was just continuing it on forward. Like the show just had another season and we're going on like we had. We've already decided what show is going to be coming next. It is going to be Our Flag Means Death. That did win the poll by one vote. One vote did it win. So that will be, we'll be starting that whenever we are done with this season of the Vampire Lestat. So episode 1 of that will be hitting YouTube next week. And, right now we are watching it concurrently with the live showings, with the actual like new episodes each week. I've been watching those, Monday nights, post them Tuesdays on Patreon for legendaries. So we're up to 4 weeks ahead, again, dependent on the tier, if you want to go ahead and check those out. Otherwise, that's going to be right around the corner coming to YouTube, so stick around. Welcome back to Citizens of the Omniverse. Today we're going to be diving into episode 8, the finale of not just season 2 but of the series, considering that the next in line is technically being classified as a new show with the Vampire Lestat. But today we wrap up season 2 of Interview with the Vampire. Last episode was emotionally daunting, I'll say, in a beautiful, tragic kind of way. It was so emotionally taxing. It was so defeating by the end of it all, after everything, the whole trial, the whole thing with Lestat, the breakdown with Louis, and Claudia's inevitable fate as well. It was a lot. And it definitely leaves me extremely curious how on earth this ends. There's still a couple things that have not been filled in yet. So I'm sure we'll get some of that. Not exactly sure at all how the present day storyline is meant to conclude either. So a lot of things are just very much so in question right now, as they should be going into a finale. But I'm stressed out, mildly anxious, lots of anxiety, lots of different feelings surrounding this. But we're about to run our course with the show. Now, when does the Vampire Lestat come out? When's it? All right, let's see. June 7th. So I think the YouTube edits are still going to be coming out by this point. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. So we'll probably just jump right into it on Patreon and just kind of fill that in. Or I'll, weirdly enough, like I mentioned before, I paused this, could release it simultaneous to the season 2 edits that are going to be coming up around that point. Who knows? We'll see what happens, man. June 7th is a little bit away from this point, because I'm recording this. It is currently the 17th. But this will be going up in 2-3 weeks, something like that. 2 weeks, I think, from here. But yeah, we'll figure it out when we get to it, because we're also going to be doing the poll for the show that replaces this, at least for the Patreon side of things, at least for the time being, which I don't know the winner of that yet, because I'm recording this so quick in advance, because I got to get ready for my trip. So those results will be revealed in time, because I don't want to shortchange the poll. But with that all said, let's get ready to hop in, man. No more delays. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, without all the edits we got to do to get this stuff up on YouTube, you can check it out over on Patreon. You also get early access. It's just a great way to support the channel and help us do things we do over here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And that all out of the way, let's get ready to hop into episode 8. Here we go. And if you ever wonder why I'm like, I sound like I'm yelling a lot of the time, it's because like most of the things I'm watching, so that I hear everything, even when I'm talking, it's blaring in my ears. And that's the end of it. There's nothing else. Episode 15. Is this where he was buried alive in their crypt? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he didn't have a plate at all. They just scraped it into the exterior.
My ankles healed in the coffin, the flesh having circled around the insulating rocks of my deathbed.
Ugh.
Are they still there?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
If you took an x-ray, they'd look like little cancers.
He could remove them anytime he wanted to.
He doesn't want to. A reminder.
And he's been lying to you all these years for effect. What were the consequences of you saving Louis?
Yeah, because I'm sure they would have known that he'd... Oh.
Ridicule. Santiago had suspected I had rigged the audience to spare Louis' life.
Darkness was delirium.
So here he is filling Claudia's role.
Lucid.
God, how long did he just sit down here going on day after day while he was in there suffering?
But the suit changes nothing.
Yeah.
I'm kissing Lestat on the altar. I'm killing Lestat, but won't burn him.
Mm-hmm.
Penny candy's not the answer.
God.
Could I free my knee to exploit the craftsmanship of the coffin?
The fuck?
I didn't know I was screaming. I had no energy to scream.
Aww.
What was left to endure for? Claudia is dead.
I like how he keeps repeating it like it's a...
And as Louis withered away,
like a period, an exclamation point.
my subjugation cemented his power amongst the coven.
So, how did you get him out?
Oh, playing the long game, then?
I was the defeated vampire, Mr. Malloy. No one was looking.
Uh-huh.
Patient, pragmatic.
Does anyone ever ask Lazarus if he wanted to be woke?
That's...
I don't read the Bible much
yeah, that's a good
shit about
question.
Lazarus's point of view is what I remember.
That's very true. Yeah. Oh, yo. I barely noticed him in the... Oh!
My rage was
In the mirror or the window.
measure of satisfaction.
Jeez.
Sound.
Mm-hmm. Making his list and checking it twice. God. Is this how he starts the fire?
Qu'est-ce que vous faites derrière la moto?
We gotta look at the bodies stack up.
There's a lot of them in there. But someone wait before it gets them.
Probablement.
Oh, yo, look at the... He's... It's a... That's crazy.
One of them tries to escape.
You should stand at the top of the stairs.
Is that guy really there? Or a dream avatar of his mind.
You don't need to borrow your truck.
Louis, I don't have any use for it now.
I know you can hear
I
me.
don't have any use for it now. He's dead.
He knows that yet more than you.
Maybe just shut up.
Yeah, yo, holy crap. Oh.
Sam tossed her in the rat box, and the rat box was Sam. Hans hauled me off. Ugly costume. However you manage, do not find yourself at the theater tomorrow night at curfew.
Giving him that warning. You were nice to me. Take tomorrow off.
But you didn't warn any of them.
No, my prevailing thought was if I'm not with him, I'm nothing.
I'm nothing.
Well done. His little game here.
I was going to die, and I was going to take as many of them with me as I could.
Oh. Okay.
Empire commits himself to coffin. All the senses collapse into submission. The dark boundaries of the world begin to stretch out.
Oh.
The advantage was mine.
Tweedly deedly dead. Oh, and her journals. Get him.
6 by fire, 2 by blade, 1 by a combination of the two. And with no sign of Armand or Lestat, that meant 4 had escaped.
4.
2 through the sewers.
Oh.
It had to be the London coven. They have always been jealous of us. It's because we started speaking English.
What?
Maybe it was a
oh.
She never got over you.
Oh. Nice.
It's an act of passion.
Wow. 1 by 1. Nope. Nope.
Hello, Francis. Come to me, Francis.
We used her as eyeshadow for the next month. We put them in the pepper shaker for the...
Dude, no. Dude, burning this place down is not enough.
And I'd use her hot, wet ashes to pleasure myself.
Forget who you were, Francis. Took it to compensate for what God denied you, Francis. That joke in between your legs and that farm girl, Lenora, who couldn't keep quiet about it.
She only thought it was small because my testicles are so enormous.
Oh my God.
What was it the nature of the transformation that made you change your name? Desperate begging?
Yo.
Cold certainty. Go. I don't care what you call yourself. Come to me.
You got played. Oh! Whoa! That was too swift for that bitch, man. God, I wanted something awful for him. After what he did and gloated about, bastard deserves so much worse.
Say that shit about Claudia to my face.
Wow. Badass, though. That whole thing, well done.
I stayed in my coffin when I was there.
When you spend nights over here.
I lied to you over and over.
Wow.
I will spend my life making it up to you.
God, this explains a lot, especially about the present day in the 70s.
Is Lestat still in Paris?
You'll never be able to kill him.
That wasn't my question.
Yes, he's still here.
Wake me when it's night again.
The light's going out of your blue eye, like all the summer days are gone. Does it take a lot out of you, destroying everything in your wake? Well, almost everything.
You look small.
Nordic blondes on walls, dirty blondes in piles, right about where the gremlin stands now.
The gremlin.
I came here to have a think on my origins, why I do what I do, why
Burned your daughter alive? Why you rehearsed a play that would burn your daughter alive?
the great
What
laws.
fucking law did you ever follow?
Yeah.
I've come to kill you.
I have the blood of Magnus in me.
Magnus burned.
Oh,
I have the blood of Akasha in me. He doesn't know who that is, but the fact in and of itself makes your immediate desire an impossibility.
Akasha, was that the one from the Queen of the Damned? That sounds familiar. I never watched it, but
My
it
blood
sounds
is your
familiar.
blood.
That is also true.
Here's your death, Lestat.
Denial.
Wherever your miserable life takes you, whoever you find to endure time with, whatever pale proxy of me, I'll be with him. Just wanted you to know that.
Yeah.
Enjoy him. Let's see how long it holds.
He didn't think we would make it. 77 years.
Almost to the day.
We left him there. Walked Paris.
Are you gonna make it though? Things are not great.
Let's go see Egypt.
Then sailed port to port.
Settled in New York a good while. San Francisco.
Maybe it's complicated, but okay. Given everything.
And that's the end of it. There's nothing else.
That's where we are today. Okay.
End of session.
And we're caught up.
I can say that now. He loved you a great deal. It must have been terrible for him to see us off that night.
He said as much to you too, or well, the love part.
That Lestat telepathically told you that you were scaring the salesman. But a maker can't do that anymore after transformation, right?
Maybe he whispered it to me.
Okay.
I figured as much. You said that 4 escaped the theaters.
Yeah, we didn't follow up on the 4th.
Santiago and
Sam.
What happened to Sam? We never followed up on him.
Time heals, Daniel. I believe he's a DJ now.
a DJ.
What?
He wears a decorative helmet on his head when he performs.
And we're totally okay with that.
He was with me in the box.
Yeah, he was with Armand in the box.
Okay.
Quick vamp back and forth.
I just got it wrong. Rashid, should we begin dinner preparations?
Why does it feel like... Why do I get the feeling that right now they're back into like performance mode? And that last little look from Armand there, it's either due to the questioning or suspicion or knowing about where some of these things are coming from or about to be coming from about this little thing that he just got from Rashid. Like, how in the know are they about any of what's actually been happening at the table behind his laptop or within their own home for that matter?
Brings all those soldiers home and you tell him to throw them out. How many soldiers did he mindfuck out of the townhouse? 10, 15?
More like 30?
Huh.
These are questions I think maybe even, I'm assuming these are questions the Talamasker are wanting to gauge maybe their abilities, getting some clarifications of what they can and cannot do, and using these follow-up questions and these observations to get at that. Like, could Sam have been in both places at once with his vampire super speed or duplication, and how many people can he mind control at one time? Would you say 10, 15, 30? I don't know. And they're getting a little like, I don't know about it all. Oh.
There was more than one person in the theater that night who could have saved you.
Oh. What? Why, huh?
It's in your nature, Mr. Malloy. Couldn't get out the door without lobbing one more bomb.
Well, you said it yourself just now.
Oh, yeah.
And he certainly would have made it known that he had. Shall we take these follow-ups?
Was it not Armand that did the banishment? of hidden play.
Santiago, hand the diary into the audience, have them feel the evidence in their hands. Too early for Lestat to...
Oh, yeah.
Moment he describes meeting him in New Orleans. These are just some notes.
Which Armand would have done, right?
Where did you get that?
Read it for yourself.
Wow. Whoa. All of it was also orchestrated by him too. Another Talamasca bomb to drop to weaken this dynamic.
That's when the Black Angel came. But he came back.
So he lied about being in the coffin the whole time.
And now you rise from your chair and walk towards Claudia.
And how do you suppose that you...
Oh my god.
You have no idea of Claudia's strength.
Whoa. What is...
He directed the play.
Louis de Pointe du Lac, guilty or not?
It was Lestat. That's why I was asking about the number of people.
Banishment.
Oh.
You were supposed to die with Claudia. He didn't save you. Lestat did.
Wow. Why even come then?
The opportunity presented itself, and you wasted everyone.
Oh, yeah, he killed anybody that could have corroborated anything other than that. Wow. Whoa, what the fuck? And Lestat defending Claudia. Why even be there? Why even come? Why the look when he watched Claudia burn? Was he forced to be there to sell all of this? What? Oh, this, what? I don't know what to do with this information.
It's a forgery, Louis.
It's from the Talamasca.
Oh.
He gave it to them. They gave it to me here.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Just all on the table.
Louis. Louis!
I would have been afraid for my fucking life right now, and maybe he was.
You have forgiven me for what part I played in the death.
Oh, get out of there. Oh! Whoa! What was that?
Rashid.
Louis still talking.
I'm guessing Rashid left after he brought me the newspaper.
Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. I was wondering why Rashid's name was even being brought up.
You're not to touch him. Do you understand?
I'm
leaving now. When I return, you need to be gone. I'll see there's $10 million wired into your account. Thank you.
Oh! Ha! Damn. I guess I just don't understand why.
So debt said to be at least a 3 before.
Oh, coming home.
We're happy to have you as long as you'll have us, but we are boarding up the hotel for the hurricane. We're asking our guests to fill out this liability waiver.
He called it hurricane. That's what we say up here.
This is 1132 Rose Street, home of the most infamous party ever thrown in New Orleans. They walked in them doors right there. Ain't nobody ever seen them again.
Yeah.
We named King Araj in the first place. And this little child bride, they were running a voodoo cult in the back.
Oh.
Who's who or who that? The next morning, couldn't nobody find.
Oh.
Big chunks of shit, trash cans, mailboxes.
Is that Lestat? Who is that?
God, fucking wild out there.
Shut up.
It is, I think.
Out there.
Did he come back after learning the truth that Lestat was the one that actually...
Who's you? Who's he? I mean, there's a mad hurricane outside. I keep fucking telling dog shit.
What?
Enjoy your rats, you French fucking bitch.
Oh my god.
Fire gift in your honor. Where is some fledgling? All the millennials are. He is an excellent rat catcher.
And him here and eating rats.
I came to see you.
And what does your companion think of that?
I'm companion enough for myself now.
Just need about 50 more years of practice. Siri, pause.
I don't know why that's just so weird to hear in this.
It's my home. I am she is me.
That's where he's been the whole time. Oh.
Shall we list all the ways we have wronged each other and why it will never be right?
I came to thank you.
Mm-hmm.
8th, 1973.
Oh, when he called.
Armand called me. Were you there?
Yeah.
Did you hurt yourself?
Yeah.
I was in a dark way. I was thinking about...
I can't get her out of my mind. You have the same problem.
Yeah. No.
I made you turn up. I saved her from the fire. 2.5 century later,
she looked at me at the end. Looking to her father, but I was never.
No. And how did we get here, man? I never would have thought. I think he learned that he couldn't force them to stay together. He had to let Louis find his way back on his own if it was going to happen at all. Okay, I was like, what the fuck?
4, 3.
I was expecting that place to get swept away.
And welcome to my next guest, the two-time...
Hey, Gail!
Interview with the vampire, Daniel Malloy.
Thanks, Leonard.
I haven't ever seen him in anything else.
Is it true, or is it a joke?
Well, I've sold 5 million books in 4 months. Hey, Atlanta, check out the book fair this weekend.
It is going to be quite something.
That didn't answer our question.
Hey, man,
Jesus' bloodline.
I've sold millions of these books. It's a great read, and you're a hack.
The music. Hey, good on him, man. Sell that shit. Get that money. What is that building? That can fuck off. I would never. Oh, because the book went out. Now everybody's like, look what he's done.
I need a forwarding address.
Why not send them to your editors at the Talamasca? You know where I live?
I really wouldn't be staying put if I were you. I'm guessing you haven't heard from my maker.
Oh.
I'm sorry you were burdened out of spite.
Whoa.
I shouldn't have left you alone with him.
Make it up to me.
Wait, so Armand turned him?
You want to write another with me?
Audiobooks, sex toy. Hey, where'd you get those headphones? No bacon.
Daniel finally got his, man. The money and immortality.
This is the vampire Louis Dulac. My front door is always unlocked, as are the windows to my balcony. So for all you cowards out there talking shit, talking about taking a run at me,
bring it on, motherfucker.
I own the night.
Well done. I like that. It's like a very full circle moment for him. You know, it takes him back to the very beginning of his career, even before he was a vampire, when he was running the night. Except then, where not then, but now he's got full confidence and control of himself, the power, the freedom, all of it. And now he's unburdened from all of this guilt, all of this baggage, all of this other stuff that has been weighing him down, whether it be obligation to his family, his struggles with the gift, his struggles with Lestat, Claudia, Armand, being a vampire, all of it. And now he's like, I'm putting everybody on blast. I'm putting myself on blast. I'm putting that out there. And humanity's taking it as a joke, as we've seen with the little broadcast there. Daniel's now a vampire, I guess, turned by Armand, which is why he's like, I shouldn't have left you with him. I should have known better. But because he said your maker, so I guess Armand my only implication is Armand turned him, which I guess makes some sense. Which is also kind of interesting considering I would imagine, I mean, given Louis straight up ordered for Armand to leave his ass alone. But giving him the gift, I'm surprised he actually did that. But yeah, they burned his ass. I don't even... Like he was like having his cake and eating it too. He knew what he needed to do to appease the coven. So he put on this play, this whole song and dance. The play on the stage and the play in real life. Him playing the dutiful traitor in all of this so that he could be free from the coven, fulfill his obligation, do all this song and dance to sell it the way he needs to sell it, to prop him up as the broken hero, to put him in that position so that he could, again, fulfill that obligation, do what needed to be done to the tenets of their people. And then, oh wait, I mean, not even that, because his survival wasn't even supposed to be part of it. So he just rode the coattails of that afterwards. Sorry, that couldn't have been in the cards. He was he chose the coven. Which he even admitted himself to an extent why he did what he did until he inevitably let him out. You know, they punished him after the fact anyway, regardless. You know, assuming that any of that was true. I mean, he did let him out. He did eventually help him break free out of some guilt. I don't know where the lies begin and end there with Armand's side of this story, to be completely frank, other than him being outed by the annotations on the script that the Talamasca got from Sam, the little loophole in the story that we missed, a little like plot hole in the story. It's like 4 vampires escape. We only accounted for 3 of them. The ladies on the motorcycles in Santiago. And they were like, no, Sam's out. He's chilling. He's DJing somewhere. Ha ha, funny Sam. Ha ha. Fucking Armand, man. And then he was like, yeah, and the Talamasca got the fucking script from him, and then he passed it along to Louis to reveal to him the hand that Armand played in all of this. I guess I just don't know what the long con here was for the Talamasca out of all of this, other than gather as much information as possible, using him as an inside man to get kind of just more details on the matter while offering up what they had as well to really shake things up. Maybe just weaken this dynamic in general. They've got their hands in so many different things. And what a 180 on Lestat that they pulled throughout all of this. And I do think that like my assessment might be pretty close, at least by the estate, because like obviously they, especially in the beginning, they both are at a lot of fault for how they handled a lot of different things. I like how Louis owned up to the fact that he's like, I wasn't grateful. I was purposefully making things worse for you because I was in a bad place. So I wanted you to be in a bad place, and they were exacerbating these things. So it kind of explains a lot of Lestat's behavior and the way that we had a very different version of events than what actually probably was playing out up until this point. But he did, again, as we saw in the play, admit fault for when he crossed the line, when he dropped Louis from the sky, when he lashed out, when he had an emotional outburst, when he was the one doing the hurt. They've both done this dance, and even there, when they reunited here, is like, are we here to just trade off how we were terrible to one another? And it was kind of quite the opposite. They've both been suffering this entire time. The tragic nature of it was like Lestat probably understood why they did what they did to him, but he never chased them down. He never went hunting for them. He's apparently been here on this very same street the entire time. Never left New Orleans, except for when he was called, I guess. Because they sought him out. The coven sought him out. And I don't know if they threatened him as a group. He didn't seem to want to be there. His heart was not in the play. And anytime things actually started to get real was when he went off script. And then the revelation that he was actually the one that spared Louis is a gigantic bomb to drop on the entire thing that Armand tried to build there. It's like he tried to give himself the perfect out on every front, except for what was the plan for after Louis surviving, because that wasn't even Armand's plan. Maybe that was Claudia was caught in the wind of all of this, but maybe after the fact, he did feel some guilt for putting Louis up there and going through with it. So maybe after Lestat gave him that out, he took it and then tried to live that lie with Louis only thinking that he only had a hand in Claudia's thing. Not even had a hand in, but, he did. God damn it, man. It's so fucked. I mean, we never really got a clear-cut answer why Lestat was there, other than we know that the Coven went to his banker to force a communique with him. So they probably blackmailed him, or for Louis and them brought him over here, and maybe he was just as much a captive as they were. And he was like, but the great laws, and he had to watch Claudia die, and maybe he underestimated how much he would feel in that moment. Maybe he didn't realize how much he would feel in that moment about her. Or maybe he felt that way the entire time and was just trying to shake it off. But when it came to Louis, he exerted himself to at least spare one of them. I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't. There's a lot of different ways that I feel like that could go. And the problem with it is, like, there's so many blurring lines when it comes to all these different perspectives, what has been recollected, what has even been told, what has now been learned. But Lestat, watching her die, felt that. And I think maybe he wasn't anticipating that he would feel that much pain from her death. Maybe. And it's been corroding him ever since. Both of them. And now they're kind of rebonded, reignited, reunified over this revelation. But kind of going back to what I was talking about before was that, they couldn't force one another to be with one another. And I think inevitably he just kind of hoped Louis would come back, realize this all on his own one day and come back rather than force him to. But he just stayed here. He was in this fucking rundown little shack, one of the ones that they used to use to on their little brothel street. It was one of those old brothel houses that we saw in the first episode that Louis ran. It's just, there's so many fucking layers to this entire show. And I mean, we're getting the next season of it too. Season 3, the Vampire Lestat, whatever you want to call it, it's going to continue that part of the story. I wonder how much of this, if anything, it'll kind of reflect upon anything we saw, maybe his side of what he was up to, anything of the sort, or are we just going to be moving forward? Is it going to be in the present day? I don't really know. Louis wound up back in Dubai though, even after that little reunion in New Orleans. Lestat could have probably went off to go do that tour he was talking about. And maybe that's when he returned back here. But I love that, after revealing themselves, whether believed or not, this interview with a vampire, a real vampire, is out there in the ether running around. And all the other vampires, as they said before, once you put this out there, they will not be pleased. And he's like, you know what? You got a problem? Fucking come get me. I'll throw hands with all y'all. Louis, after all of this too, because he made a very good point. Like, and I think a lot of what was probably holding him back was himself, his own fragmented psyche, his pain, his guilt, his rejection or struggle or dissonance with the gift itself. His blood comes from Lestat. Lestat's comes from Magnus. I assume Magnus's comes from Aksha. I guess it's just like he's got good genes in him, which implies that he's capable of everything that Lestat is capable of. And I think now that he's kind of made this peace with himself, he's confident enough to be like, come on, bring it on. I'll get all y'all. You want to come at me? You want to talk shit? All behind your back, just like with Santiago, say this shit to my face. Armand has been booted out of the house. God, there's so much about that I just don't comprehend. Just about certain interactions. Like, I've got some ideas, but I would love some goddamn confirmation. And I don't know if it's needed necessarily for the story or for Louis. It's not really needed for Louis either way. There's been too many games at play within the realm of these vampire covens and all of that I don't think for him and what he needed by the end of this was that would help reinforce it at all. Because I like also by the end of this, he's like, I'm companion enough for me. You know, he's not needing anybody else. He doesn't need another one. He doesn't need this, that, the other. He's kind of finally okay just being himself, which is something that he struggled with even back when he was a human, you know. And I think that he's stronger for it. It was the freedom that all of this begat him in the end. Interesting shit, man. Interesting shit. So curious to read like the comments on this one. I guess the main thing I want to know is like I said, I've spouted a couple of different possibilities as far as like Armand's motivations for why he kept up this charade for so long, but the whole thing about the fact that he actually was the director of what was supposed to be his death, yet he's still here by his side to this day. Maybe it was because he realized that he got saved, and maybe then he felt remorse because now he is alive in spite of everything that was going to take place because of Lestat. I don't know, man. I really don't fucking know. It's weird. Like every episode in this back half, every time we get a new piece of information, I feel like it just makes me flip-flop on one character or the other. And here, when they were reuniting over their loss of Claudia, man, I was right there weeping for fucking Lestat too. Never thought we'd get to that point. God. Beautiful writing, beautiful season, beautiful performances. I just got so many questions. So many fucking questions. You know what? Let's go to the Patreon. All right, we're going to start off with Cup of Tea Queen at 3:33 a.m. Now, with all the information up to current release season-wise, has your opinion changed on any of the characters, and what are you most looking forward to for each character in the new season? Well, assuming we continue with the whole regular cast of characters, I don't know if it would carry on necessarily, but I just want to know what the fuck was Armand's game. Like, I believe he loved Louis. But like he said, like he was hedging his bets on a coven he's known for 200 years versus somebody he's known for a couple of months. And I kind of get that, but then you get out of what would have been a crazy thing to have orchestrated his death, magicked out of that, and then slid right back into place afterwards after the coven demoted your ass, regardless of what happened. It's just so weird. It's very icky. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. It's just like, I think the person I flipped on the most is Lestat. I sympathized with him so hard by the end of this. in a way that I never really expected, and then wound up on the opposite end with Armand by the end of it all. Everybody's tragically flawed. None of them are innocent of any, like, by any stretch of the imagination. They've all done some bad shit, but Armand's kind of maybe the most fucked up. I don't know. Not sure, dude. Not sure. But as far as what I'm looking forward to in the next season is just like, if we're in the present day, I don't know if we'll go back in time or fill in. I don't know why we would fill any gaps when we're not doing the interview anymore. But if we're moving on from the present day onward, I mean, it's just a change of setting, a fresh step. If Lestat's the headliner, I expect we'll be following him rather than like Louis. We'll be following him for the story moving forward. He'll be our central character. What that entails, I don't know. I just want to see more of him now too. God, I don't know. Armand stated that the idea of creating a vampire repulsed him. Do you think spite is a big factor to make him turn Daniel, or is there more to the turning than we know? That's a very good question, because I was thinking about that too. Like, why after all of this would he give him the gift? Why would he reward him for destroying their relationship? And maybe that is that, because he denied giving it to Madeline back when he was asked to do it before, but he does it here maybe as a middle finger to, or maybe as a last-ditch desperate play to get Louis to forgive him. Maybe he did it for Louis, knowing Daniel was important to Louis. Maybe he was like, I didn't do it then, maybe I'll do it now, as a desperate attempt to make up for him getting caught in another massive fucking lie. I don't know. And this could have been a question for last episode, but with Louis' revenge tour, it fully completes Louis' use of violence, usually rightfully so when it comes to Claudia, either her protection or to avenge her. Does seeing how Louis handles the coven lend any more credence to Lestat's POV on the fight in season 1? I mean, kinda. Yeah, when we see Lestat's POV on the tussle in the house, fucking Louis is a cold, ruthless, psychopathic, crazy dude, man. He is unhinged when you fuck around with them. And I think that's another thing that he's shown with Armand too, when we got those flashbacks, especially in the 70s. And especially now by the end of it, but I think there's so much at play that also affects that as well. But like, when you fuck with somebody he cares about, especially if it's Claudia, dude, he became John fucking Wick. He orchestrated and manipulated the perfect execution for all of them, contingencies, backup plans, and everything, and got them all. Sam just being a random kind of like, oh, he let him get away. I want to know why. Oh, I do want to know a little bit more about how he let him slip through the cracks. And he didn't bring that up in his story, which is why I thought maybe it would be a him and Armand kind of thing, twisting the story again, but no, I don't know. Then finally, will you be reacting or watching any promos or trailers, or going in completely blind for, I assume, for season 3, The Vampire Lestat? It's still interesting to me that season 3 is technically its own title. See, like, it's like season 3, third season, but everything calls it The Vampire Lestat. Is it a subtitle, or I don't know, man. Whatever. I'm probably going to go in completely blind. I already know like one thing because I saw like a poster, I think, for it. I mean, they teased it basically at the end of this. I think it's going to, at least some part of it will involve his band. Outside of that, that's all I know. I'm going to probably go in blind for the rest of it. Then we got REM. Eek! You've reached the end. Well, at least for now. What are your overall thoughts on the series, and what was my favorite aspect, favorite character? Thank you for reacting to this series. It's been so fun. Can't wait to see your reactions to the new upcoming season. Thank you for enjoying it. I'm glad you've enjoyed the ride, because I really have as well. Overall thoughts in the series. I love how dead center, a lot of the focus is on the unreliability of our ability to reflect or maintain our memories, that our memories are malleable, our memories change over time, we forget things, we forget details, we misremember things. Sometimes we don't have the full picture or we never had the full picture in some cases. I like that that's the central kind of focus, like the fallibility of memory. Like if it's not videotaped or written down or photographed, its accuracy is going to be lost in a lot of ways. That certain things can influence that, and I love this like exploration of tragedy, trauma, its effects on memory as well. Our own attempts to control our own memories by editing, like omitting, editing things out so that it doesn't move on, whether it be like the way he ripped pages out of Claudia's journals and whatnot, trying to omit the past and keep it out of this, like make things nice, neat, and clean when life just isn't that way. Trying to control the narrative in a way. And that's something they also tried to do. Something he did in the first interview was put up this bravado that had a secondary intention, which was triggering Lestat. There's a lot of interesting stuff with all that, and I think that was probably my favorite thing on top of all of this, and also just Daniel's interjections and smarmy attitude throughout the whole thing. But it was so good. Amazing performances, thrilling, gripping, emotional, funny, weirdly funny. And some of the best acting I've seen in a long fucking time. Favorite character? By the end of this, you know, I think it's still Claudia. It almost was Armand for a second, then he became a little bit of a little bastard here. Yeah, I'm gonna say Claudia, probably still. Claudia, honestly, and maybe even by the end of this, Lestat climbed up there. It's hard to say. The trio of the original trio is definitely in there. But if I had to pick somebody right now, I'd probably go with Claudia. Then we got Nightcrawler 247. Hello for the last time this season. I could cry. What a fucking ride, right? Apologies if I can't join for the third. I was gonna be too busy for fun things during those uploads. So in advance, I'm sure your videos will be great. I have a controversial take on the whole play thing at the end and Armand's involvement. I actually think that Armand did not plan for Louis to die. I think he was jealous of Louis's old companions, Claudia and Lestat, that he wanted to kill Claudia and have her gone completely and kill at least the image of Lestat and any potential of Louis taking him back. He was always planned to save Louis to buy himself forgiveness. That's a good, interesting take. Maybe he, well, no, in the second go around in that, he didn't even look like he was putting any effort or gearing up. He was shocked and surprised about what was happening. I think he was going to let them say death. Maybe he would have impeded after the fact. Maybe the original, like you said, the original plan was for the version that he told us. He planned to jump in there, but Lestat beat him to it. I mean, dude's 500 years old, clearly has the stamina to outlive a grudge or rocky start to a companionship. It's already working at just 77 years together. Maybe. It's hard to say what could have, would have, or was the intention. There's a lot of things around that that's still kind of up in the air. To end, I would like to add my own theory on why Armand may have turned Daniel. In episode 5, Louis said that Daniel would live as a testament to their union. I almost feel like turning Daniel, who was dying from Parkinson's, immortal was in connection to that. See, that would kind of line up a little bit with what I was saying towards it being like a desperate offering or testament to get Louis' favor or forgiveness. And that's kind of in line with what you were saying there in that way, that if he is this thing, as it was said before, a living testament to their union, making him immortal means that it's a hopeful way of him being like, see, our union will be forever because Daniel now immortal, maybe. Final fun fact, Eric Bogosian, Daniel, said that before he retired, he always wanted to play a vampire. He finally got to do it with this show. Oh, that's cool. I did like that little reveal there at the end when he took the glasses off too. So cool, so cool. Let's see. We got Tammy up next. Did you pick up on who the vampire Sam is supposed to be? Wait, what? What? Who Sam is supposed to be? since you're posting the questions for these episodes ahead of time, I haven't seen your reaction to episode 6 yet. So I won't have seen yet if you picked up on the play references in that episode. They're rehearsing Sam's play, Enduring for Guido, which bears a striking resemblance to the famous playwright Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot. When they first introduced Sam in episode 2, they called him Sam Barclay. Barclay is Samuel Beckett's middle name. So in this world, Samuel Beckett is a vampire, and he survived the fire and is a Talamasca agent, and they mentioned he's now a DJ. Yeah, all that was lost on me. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you, outside of like him being pointed out as the playwright, that was the end of my recollection of his anything to do with him until they explained what happened to him post all of that. Outside of him writing the play and having his little comments about how the play was handled and stuff like that, I really didn't pay attention to him all that much. And I definitely didn't make any of those connections for sure. Finally, though, we have Andrea. Based on where we've left off, what do you anticipate or hope to see in season 3? I did kind of answer that already. Honestly, and I don't even know why it would come up after all of this. I just want to know the fuck was Armand's plan. But with the title being Vampire Lestat, I want a lot more Lestat. If he's our vehicle through which we are following the story, unlike Louis this time around, all for it. I think he was one of the most magnetic performers in this entire series. Every time he was in there where you loved him or you hated him, I think he stole every scene. He was intoxicatingly electric and held my attention every time he was there. So I'm excited to see more of him and more of his mindset through his eyes and not through the eyes of everybody else, because we never really got a lot of that. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for in the end. But the main thing I would love to know from y'all is your takeaway, your interpretations, your thoughts or theories about why Armand did what he did and how you feel about that. And where does that leave you feeling about him in the grand scheme of things by the end of this, where we're at currently? And also your thoughts on the whole reconciliation with Lestat and Louis by the end, and also the whole thing with Claudia and Lestat on the stage, and the whole thing with Lestat being invited in. There's a lot of things I want y'all's opinions on, so you guys better be in the comments, man. But I'm excited to see what happens, man. Where the story goes from here, what revelations, if any, for these characters, what stories that are next for any of them, other than Lestat, obviously. Who we'll see in that story, who will move on, what time periods, if any, they take place, if it shifts, if it's present day or whatever, I don't know. But I'm excited to figure all that out and be there with you guys in the interim. So yeah, thank you for coming along with this journey. Another thrilling reaction series so far that we'll get to continue in real time as the show's releasing. That's the hope, at least. But anyway, guys, sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out Lily Chen, Son, Kiana, Chanel, McGreg, Angela Burr, Calvin Miller, CP Bastard, Theodore Wolf, Ty Lund, The Honk, and Denise Mauricio. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors of the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues that we take care of here. You guys have been a tremendous help with all that. And as always, I'm going to give a huge special thank you to all of our channel legends. You and the patrons allow us to do so much of what we do over here, man. You guys really are the powerhouse, the lifeblood of all of this, to keep this stuff going, to keep this train chugging along through the content, getting help with the editing and all that jazz. Thank you guys. So we can bring this stuff to you guys here on YouTube as much as we can, because without y'all, we wouldn't be here. But that's just video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.